Getting late here, October the 11th. We're going to show this one last video here. Over here, what you're going to see is you're going to see a silver mercury dime buried. 2 Colonial nails. Now, those are not Colonial nails, but they're going to be sort of in that position where that dime is such. You see that? Now, I can't remember how they're actually oriented in the ground as far as where the open V is there. We'll call it, okay? Here it is right here. All right, now this is the modified sensitive FT program. Pitch tones, notch of 2 through 10. 53 kilohertz, 2.5 for speed. Okay. You see that meter? Now we're going to sweep all the way around this thing. Okay. Now remember, because of those nails position, it's going to be harder to get a traditional ID coming off that baby. But you hear that. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go to fast program. 6.8 disc, silencer 1. Pitch tones, no bottle cap, no notch. It's still ground balanced, same 53 kilohertz band. And we're coming all the way around this baby. And get a little signal right in there. .26 in the meter. Right through there. Occasionally. Coming around over here, I'm sweeping. Got a 0.7 and a 0.8 in the meter. Now remember, there's no notch in this machine. Nothing from that direction. Now the ruler here doesn't mean anything in this video. It just happens to be laying there, okay? That's several passes through there with this coil in the fast program. Silencer 1. I'm going back to the modified sensitive FT program. And there it is right there. Okay, now listen. That call gets excited every time it comes across that, don't it? Probably a little less so right there. That may be the V. That may be the open V right through there. I see some 73s coming in that window right there. But notice over here. Okay. So could this program be useful for you on a high conductor that would be considered fairly crippled in a fashion like that? You'll have to make up your own mind. All Sharpshooter does is shares data. Everybody who metal detects, they get into a position where they start going for broke in sights, especially been hard hunted, okay? You start reducing your threshold for what you would consider a diggable target, and you start pressing your luck, right? Everybody does it, even skilled hunters. This may be what this would be called here. All right, you see that meter? You see that meter? Okay. Now this is multi-frequency, 53 kilohertz band. And you still get your traditional, you know, standalone target detection with this machine. We'll take the notch out and listen to it in 5 tones. Okay, what does this sound like? You hear that little double beeper in there? You hear that? Still got that 1 in that meter. Well, that's a mid-tone setup for ID number 1 in this 5-tone setup. That could be a silver ring down there. That's probably the V right there. I would say right there is probably the V in the nails, right there. Hear that high tone coming in there? Right there. So if we go back, okay, let's just see. We'll go back real quick. Here's the fast program. Hear that signal right there? I see 73 coming in the window. But notice over here. Notice what happens. You see what I'm talking about? Could I add another nail down there and complicate that? Where my program creation might hit it, or at least, you know, give some kind of idea, make you curious versus the regular fast program. You hear what you got right there. So if you come through this yard like so, and we toggle back over here, and there it is. You hear that? Hear that little double beeper? That's going to conclude the video. The old hick from the sticks.